My name is Brian Kloss, and I live at 10340 Taylor's Neck Road in Antioch. I am here to support the proposed solar project on Sugar Valley Place in La Plata. I have reviewed this project and am comfortable that the significant benefits of this project far outweigh the minimal impact this project will have on our environment. I am proud that we are moving forward on a project that will transition 32.5 megawatts of power produced from carbon-emitting fossil fuels to clean, renewable energy. As some may know, these projects can't just be placed anywhere. This project is in close proximity to high-capacity power lines capable of accepting and transmitting this amount of electrical energy as required. We are placing this project in the proper location. Hands down, without question, this is an incredible win for our community and our environment. As an owner of a Maryland certified tree farm, I am also comfortable in the decision this landowner has made in cutting the number of trees required to create this solar farm. They are capable today of clear cutting this entire 588-acre parcel, just as every other property owner in this zoning district is allowed. Timbering is an allowable use. But they decided to cut less than half of their parcel and place the remainder into a perpetual conservation easement. I respect their decision and commend their efforts to address concerns from the community, which they have done openly, honestly, and in good faith. This project was presented to and approved by our county's Planning Commission. The Planning Commission's decision was upheld unanimously by our county's Board of Appeals. They received these approvals because this is a good project. When Governor Hogan took office, he said proudly that Maryland was open for business. We have a business venture that has been properly vetted, approved by all local authorities, and provides clean, renewable energy. But I'd also like to share some other numbers. The current tax bill for the largest parcel that the majority of solar panels will be on at this site is $3,200 a year. A leader for the opposition of this project placed a letter in our local paper this morning that upon completion of this project, and I quote, Charles County would only receive $125,000 per year in personal property taxes and would end up with not even one permanent full-time job. I was kind of taken back by this a little bit. Based on their own numbers and estimates of this project will generate over $1.2 million in additional tax revenue over the next 10 years. This money can be used to hire new teachers, hire new police officers, fund our county's nonprofits. This money could be used to provide tax relief. I assure you, this additional revenue is needed. This project is a huge win for our state, our county, our environment, and our taxpayers. Maryland has participated in the Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative since 2007. The RGGI is a cooperative effort by 9 Northeast and Mid-Atlantic states to reduce CO2 emissions. 2 more sentences. Upon completion of this project, we will eliminate the greenhouse gases generated by 32.5 megawatts of power generated from fossil burning power plants. I am proud of this. I am proud to support this project as it aligns with Maryland's goal of reducing greenhouse gases. This is a noble project and I request the MDE approve the permit needed to proceed. Thank you.
Daniel Michael, and then Ken Hastings.
Good evening. I'm Danny Michael. I'm a La Plata resident, Charles County resident all my life. I'm here representing the Charles County Chamber of Commerce as their chairman. On behalf of the Charles County Chamber of Commerce, I'm pleased to express our support for the Maryland Solar 1 solar power project proposed for Sugar Valley Place in La Plata, Maryland. The Sugar Solar Power Project is an innovative renewable energy project that demonstrates how business and the environment can coexist in a mutually beneficial manner. The Chamber recommends MDE approve the issuance of the wetlands permit for this project. In making its assessment, the Chamber reviewed the needs of the Charles County community as set forth in the Charles County Comprehensive Plan, the benefits to the Charles County community, the strict regulatory controls and reviews associated with this type of project, the conditions imposed upon the project by both the state and Charles County, the steps this project has taken to offset and mitigate any impacts in the environmentally sensitive design of the project. The Chamber also reviewed the November 2018 report commissioned by the Public Service Commission to study the impact of solar energy in Maryland. After such review, the Chamber believes that the project strikes the appropriate balance between a green economic development project, individual property rights, and the requisite environmental protections. The Chamber is particularly pleased to see this opportunity in the western side of Charles County, as the Chamber has been particularly focused on opportunities for redevelopment and business investment in this area of the county. The November 2018 report to the PSC concluded that the solar energy generates over 23,460 job years, over $1.39 billion in labor income and tax revenue for the state of Maryland. $1.39 billion in labor income and tax revenue for the state of Maryland. In Charles County, Sugar Solar Project is estimated to generate capital investment of approximately $31 million to $34 million and creation of over 200 design and management and construction jobs. The project will also connect to the power grid via the SMECA utility structure. Such an interconnection will provide reliability and sustainability to the power grid within Charles County. More importantly, the project's clean solar energy will avoid up to 49,000 metric tons of carbon emissions per year. This project furthers Charles County's 2016 comprehensive plan goal of growing a green economy with an increased number of jobs in the clean energy and energy efficiency sector by proposing to preserve in perpetuity over 296 acres of trees, which are currently unprotected. The project also advances the 2016 comprehensive plan goal of protecting large forested areas. The project's use of pollinators provides an additional benefit of keeping the property supportive of agricultural production via planting of natural plants and grasses under and around the solar panels in accordance with the county-approved pollinator plan to enhance needed habitat and the county's farming base. Thank you very much for your time. I have an additional letter here from Evie Hungerford, our chair of the Economic Development Committee from Charles County Chamber of Commerce. I will not read it, but I'd like to provide it to you here today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ken Hastings, Bruce Dudley, and Kevin Grimes.
I've read it also. Who said it? My name is Ken Hastings. I live at 39044 Holly Drive, Mechanicsville, 20659. And I provide a letter that has some references in there that I'm not going to try to go through the entire letter here this evening. According to COMAR, MDE must consider the following factors before issuing a wetlands permit. Number one, whether the applicant can document a good faith effort to analyze alternative sites to first avoid and then minimize adverse impacts. For this project, the wetlands impacts weren't even identified until well after the option to purchase the site was signed. Number two, whether the applicant can document attempts to obtain land ownership, interest, or other rights to conduct the project on alternative sites, which avoid and minimize impacts. Gold standard test for this, when determining a good faith effort is made, is documentation of actual efforts to purchase alternative sites and formal rejection of those offers. Number three, the total number and the physical, economic, and demographic characteristics of alternative sites considered. The applicant says that 2 to 4 sites were evaluated. So were the 2, were the 3, were the 4 alternative sites evaluated years before the wetlands impact was revealed? Where were they, and why were they worse than this site? Number 4, efforts taken to reduce adverse impacts to non-tidal wetlands by review of site design or project configuration of each alternative site analyzed. ECS Mid-Atlantic, in a letter dated 2/16/2018, recommended an alternative to clearing the wetlands, but that initiative never made it into an on-site alternative analysis. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but it belongs in the alternatives analysis. I requested MDE deny the permit application with failure of the applicant to satisfy the regulatory mandates designed to stop irresponsible projects like this one. The precedent for this action, authorized by COMAR, has already been validated and established. In 1997, MDE denied a wetlands permit for the Summit Hill 3 project in St. Mary's County because the applicant failed to make a sincere attempt to avoid the wetlands impacts by buying property somewhere else. In COMAR terms, the applicant failed to show good faith effort because he couldn't produce a written offer to purchase any other properties. The applicant appealed the MDE decision to the Office of Administrative Hearings. I included reference to that in my written comments. In 1999, the administrative law judge affirmed the MDE denial and the project died a natural death with this conclusion of law. MDE properly denied the application for a non-tidal wetlands permit for the reason that the appellant did not establish that a good faith effort had been made to analyze obtaining purchase of land or right-of-way to avoid or minimize adverse impacts. Thank you.